Episode 13 of Big Deke News on a Saturday. And yeah, your boys looking kind of fresh right now. Penguins get the dub last night against the Blue Jackets, and we got a Pitt game coming up today at 6. Yep, you heard it right the first time. The Penguins defeat the Blue Jackets last night, but what I didn't tell you was the score, 5-2. But overall, what a weird game, because we get a goal within 32 seconds of the puck drop by Dumoulin. Casey DeSmith, the Penguins' backup, who we needed to start last night because we were on back-to-back games, gets pulled in the first period, and then Jari comes in. It was weirdly a blowout because the final score was 5-2, but at the same time, it was close because the score was 2-2 through 2 periods, and the shots were pretty much even. And then we get some fireworks from Crosby with the hat trick. And since we're talking about hat tricks, they don't come around too often. Let's break down the goals. My initial reaction to the first one is that the Penguins got extremely lucky on this because the shooter clearly just ricocheted off some Blue Jacket player and the goalie couldn't tell where the puck was and it went in. But no, under further review, slow motion evidence, it was actually Crosby with the elite awareness and hand-eye coordination that got the goal. And then the second goal, which was just like all around lit, you got Russ with the dope pass through 3 Blue Jacket defenders to Crosby, who's on a tough angle, launches the one-timer over the goalie's shoulder. Just lit. And then the third one on an empty net, the controversy. He did this on purpose, right? The announcers, they talked me into it. I believed it. But then, unfortunately, the man himself convinced me otherwise.
Yeah, I was just trying to throw it over there so Rusty could skate into it, and didn't even expect it to go in. You know, once I kind of missed the play, we kind of got crossed up there. I expected he was going to go straight in, come to the middle, and I missed him, so I was more upset that I was going to get an icing out of it. So for it to go in was a big bonus.
But what else is new? Sidney Crosby is good, and just maybe not getting the All-Star nod is pissing him off a little bit. I mean, in what world does Sidney Crosby not make the All-Star team? Well, the answer is apparently the NHL world because only 4 forwards make it in each division. Aren't All-Star games supposed to represent who the best players are in the league in a year-by-year basis? So, you know, something down the line we could look back on the history books and say, yeah, you know what? He was a pretty damn good player that year. Why? Because he was an All-Star. And to think Crosby is still not one of the best players in the NHL, if not the best, is absolute blasphemy. The name Sidney Crosby is synonymous at the bare minimum with All-Star. Don't forget 3-time Stanley Cup champion and also top 3 to 5 player of all time. So NHL, get your act together with this All-Star game shit, please. Let's talk goalies real quick. DeSmith was on a short leash in yesterday's game. He was pulled after the first period where he gave up 2 goals on 12 shots. Jari came in as reliever and posted a shutout in the final 2 periods. Obviously, Jari's been a stud, making the All-Star team this season, but a lot of people are starting to get a little concerned about the Penguins' goaltender situation. Not due to Jari's play at all, but more so that the Penguins might be overworking him. Like in yesterday's game, the optimal scenario is Jari never plays. It's supposed to be the backup goalie's job on a back-to-back to start, finish the game so our all-star goalie can get some much-needed rest. That'll need to play at an elite level for the rest of the season and going into the playoffs. Granted, Domingue was the goalie that was supposed to start in yesterday's game, but he got injured taking a puck to the toe. Don't know how many games he's going to be out for, and DeSmith is just coming back from COVID and only had 1 practice before the game yesterday. So we'll cut him some slack. Either way, it is a situation to monitor going forward, as the Penguins obviously have high aspirations, and that is the Stanley Cup. Penguins' next game is tomorrow, Sunday at 1 o'clock against the Winnipeg Jets at home. Perfect timing because the first divisional game on Sunday is at 3 o'clock, then the second game's at 6:30. So sports all day on Sunday. Now let's get into a quick preview for Pitt Hoops. They go up against the Clemson Tigers tonight at 6 o'clock. Pitt's coming off a tough loss to Virginia, and while Clemson, they may have the better record, they're at a low point in their season. 3-game losing streak. We know Pitt's MO right now. Pretty solid defense, abysmal offense, can't shoot at all, but at the same time can get their points in gritty ways by getting to the free throw line. And then for Clemson, their defense is kind of below average. Their offense isn't that amazing, but what they can do is shoot threes. So my advice to Jeff Capel and Pitt, stop Clemson shooting, and you should be all right. And I think Pitt will be able to do it. That's why I'm taking them in this one. The line is +9 for the Panthers. Put $10 on that. I was thinking about parlaying that with the total points under. That would have got me to +256. But I've been messing around way too much with these parlays and failing as of late. I wanted to keep it simple on this Saturday. So Panthers +9. Pitt's actually been kind of decent against the spread this year. That's the Big Deke investment for this Saturday. I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of Big Deke News. Stay chilling. Stay tuned for more. Peace.